There we are. I think we're good. I can see you. Hopefully you can see me. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to week 3 of our June. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm trying to keep up with the comments and double check and see how you're doing. Welcome in to your readings. We're going to go about 15 minutes over the top of 3 o'clock because of my late entrance today, but I'm here and the technologies are working and we are good to go. How are you today? It's wonderful to see you. What a week it's been, hasn't it? We had our live gem sale yesterday. We had summer solstice, private ceremony on Friday, summer solstice public ceremony on Monday, and then tomorrow we have full moon. So hopefully you're enjoying the flow and all the different things that are happening. We get to journey together today, which I'm so excited about. So stay tuned for that. Welcome in. How's your Wednesday going so far? I hope you can hear because they're working on my neighbor's house today. So it's been pretty loud for the last half hour or so, but if you can't hear me for any reason, let me know and I'll sort that out. Has it been a great week? So the deck I feel called to today is called Angel Answers by Radleigh Valentine. I've used this one with you before. I like it. And that was the one. Spirit was like, that one. So that's the deck we're working with today. It is hump day. It's, oh, Priestess of Wonderland says, it's my wedding anniversary and I'm feeling super depressed. Are you? Holding your hand today. You know, but I do want to wish you lots of blessings, and if you feel like sharing more, I would love to hear more of your thoughts and reflections. So let's dive right in. I'm going to ask my spirit guides to help me be a good, clear, and open channel for the wisdom that wants to come through. I'm going to ask that only wisdom in service of your highest good is allowed to be expressed and transmitted. And I want to give thanks for wisdom that's already on its way to us today. So I'm going to dive in. It's Carla Round's 57th birthday tomorrow. And she's here popping in for a birthday reading. And 57 is a magic number. It really is, because that's a 3-year. Any birthdays that add up to 3 always represent cycles and magic and possibility. It's the triangle, right? So anyway, happy birthday to you, Carla. Let's see what the cards are coming up with today for Carla. Well, that jumped out. Let me save that. I'm still going to pull you another card, but there was a card that jumped out. You always have to pay attention. I mean, I always have to pay attention to that. Some readers don't, but... Can I show them to you together? This is your, when I do birthday readings, I always imagine it's for the year ahead. Check it out. I think it's cool. Or actually, let's do it this way. Meditation brings answers, if you believe. So Carla, it says, trying to come up with an intellectual answer to your concerns has not been successful. That's because the solutions you seek can only be found by going within. You may gather insights from your nighttime dreams as your subconscious creates solutions for you that are not available to your waking mind. Looking for answers is what the guides are saying. Looking for answers, looking for insight, looking for wisdom. Why this, why not that? Why this, why not that kind of thing is the energy I'm feeling. You need like a week at like a silent retreat. I do too. I think I do need that. Today's journey could be really helpful for you, actually. Because we're doing some breath work. And that always, if you allow it, that takes you within. That really helps you to connect. This year is going to bring you back to some old questions, the guides are saying. old questions that are in need of answers, and it's going to tie up some loose ends for you. You're coming up on your second Saturn return. Are you feeling it already, Carla? I think you're going to start feeling it in the next like 6 to 9 months is what the spirit guides are saying. And that's a good thing, right? I mean, because this second Saturn return, the 58, 59, 60 Saturn return, my spirit guides are saying that you're early. I'm always early too. This is the one that brings you as close to your authentic, beautiful self as you have been. We can't get there with the first Saturn return because there's too much we don't know. So now you're moving into the second Saturn return. Are you feeling it already? So hang tight. I feel like you're going to start it early, finish it early. Is that right? Start early, finish early. I think that's better. And there's a gift coming out of this one for you. This Saturn return, there's a gift coming for you. I like that. What's your gift going to be, right? All right, let me go back up in the feed. I'm going to try doing, for the next like 15 minutes, I'm going to try doing quicker because Spirit's kind of nudging me that way. And then I'll check in at like 2:40, 2:45 to see if they want me to do some longer ones, because I'm getting the feeling that I could make some progress with a little bit of quicker insights. I'm going back up in the feed. Sherelle. Oh, you've never had a reading from this deck. All right, so let's do it. Sherelle. So let's see what's coming up for you from this deck. It's the Abundance card. Different kind of abundance than financial abundance. What is it you're trying to manifest? There's something you're trying to manifest, and it hasn't come to fruition yet. And there's like a doorway opening after the retrogrades. Feels like August, September. There's something you've been trying to manifest that you'll start to see some progress on, Sherelle. That feels really good. They're showing me a big open door. Let me go back up in the feed one more time. Molly Nicholson. Hi, Molly. She says, Athena, I've never had a reading. I'd love one. Let's get it. Molly. Let's see what's coming through for you. Yeah. It's the Abundance card again. They want me to read you something. Now I know why. It says, your plans will yield prosperity, providing a sense of security about the future. So I don't know if you've had financial concerns, but it feels like it's around finances. Whereas for Sherelle, they were talking about something else. For you, they're talking about money. Next year and the year after, you'll see more than you're seeing now. But there's a shift coming. There's like a and it could be in how you're doing what you're doing. It could be that you start something new or you add something new to what you're already doing. That's what it feels like adding on something to what you're doing. That's going to be very profitable. It could be though 2023 before you really see this. They keep saying 2022 as well. So I feel like if you start something now, here's the upshot. If you start something now, you'll see some of the fruits of that labor next year, but you're going to see more of the fruits of that labor coming the year afterward through summer solstice of 2023. Okay, going back up. You're welcome. Michelle Rivera would love a first-time reading. It's always fun to mix like people who've had readings and people who are new to readings. So Michelle, let's see what's coming up for you. Michelle. I'll hold that one. Michelle. So the card that fell out, Michelle, was the perfect timing card. Which I love, right? Because that's always the right answer. But then the other card is romance. There is a season for all things. I believe that to be true. What's going on in love with you? You've been asking for something, the guides are saying. I mean, a lot of us do, right, when it comes to love. But you've been asking for something in particular. And the guides are saying, we've heard you. There is either a shift in your current relationship or a different relationship coming. Be very specific as what the guides are saying about how you want that to look. Be more specific than you have been. And we have another 2.5 weeks till a new moon. You know what I mean? And so under this full moon, I feel like under this full moon this week, you might see what it is that you want to experience or create or expand. And then at the next new moon, that whatever you see and get clarity about this Thursday at the full moon will help you to shape your intentions at the next new moon. Okay, where are we going? Happy birthday, is Samantha here? Let me know. Let's see, Jess says, hi Athena, I'd love to ask Spirit about Patrick. What do they feel about Patrick? Let's take a look. Patrick. Get more information. The situation you're asking about requires more information in order for you to make a decision. Approach those knowledgeable about the topic to solicit their advice. You may need to do some research in order to get the information that you need. Spirit guides are like, you don't need to do research. Time. This man's energy is very sweet and very open and very curious and very youthful in a way. But there needs to be time in order to really see what's possible. That's what I'm getting from your spirit guides. You don't need to do more research. not in matters of this nature, right? But time to show you. Time is what shows us the real teepees, right? That's why my teacher's teacher said we can go there in the morning, but not now. You know, it's like there's something about wait till the morning. In the morning we get clarity. He's a Pisces. Well, and Pisces, you know, men, I was engaged to one before I met Dave, and I'm still friends with him. Amazing human being, like really amazing. They always want to marry their moms, so that's one thing to know about Pisces men. Cancer men are like that too, but not as much. Scorpio men idealize their moms too, but not the same way that Pisces men do. But they often mature much later. Pisces men, once they get there, they're great, but it can take them a little bit longer. They're not like Virgos. Virgos are born grown up. You know what I mean? But Pisces needs a minute to get there. Samantha is here, and she does want a card. Hi, Samantha. Happy birthday to you, beautiful. Let's pull your birthday card for the year ahead. I love birthday readings. It makes me so happy. And I'm always grateful when you're here on the actual day. You know, like Debbie was with us last night for a little while, and it's like, that's so cool. I take that as such a sweet compliment, you know. It's your day. So Samantha. Okay, I'm into it, right? I mean, I'm not knocking it, but to get the abundance card 3 times in the first 20 minutes we're together is a little weird. But again, I'm not complaining. I'm sure you're not complaining either. Okay. Spirit guides are like, "Arrrr." Let me tell you what they're saying. For you, there's what you need and there's what you want. You've been focusing on what you need. And the spirit guides are saying that's a good thing, because there are certain things that you need and you need them. But don't just focus on what you need. Focus on what you want. Try to be a little selfish. I know that's hard. A lot of us empaths have a hard time being selfish. And sometimes we are focused on other people as a trauma response, right? Because, anyway, I don't want to this is not a coaching session, but the upshot is sometimes you need to be selfish, and that's not a bad thing, and you need to a little bit, because you've been focusing, and rightfully so, the spirit guides are saying they're not knocking it, but you've been focusing on what you need, and now it's time to turn your attention to what you want. Does that make sense to you? Okay, where's Judith Walters? Hold on. Judith Walters. She says, "Hi, Athena. I'd love a reading, please. A bit lost." Hi, Judith. We all feel that way sometimes, you know? And I'm only telling you that because whenever anyone tells me that, it helps me feel not so alone. Because when we feel lost, we're like, everybody else seems to have their shit together. What's going on with me, you know? And we all have those times. Judith. Except you can't be lost. Because, because you're one with all that is. You're plugged right in. Perfect timing. What do you want me to show her? This is the perfect timing for the situation you have been asking about. Don't delay or hesitate, because an energetic gateway is presently open for you. Conditions are right. Even if you don't feel prepared, rest assured that you are. So I think it's part of the what if game that I like to play. Right? What if you're not lost? What if you're exactly where you need to be? And what if this experience that you're moving through right now is a gift to you, right? What if you decided today just to trust the process? You know, those what if questions are really powerful, because a lot of times when we're feeling stuck, we don't realize it, but we're looped in our thinking, right? So we have to kind of get out of the loop in order to shift the perspective so that we can see from a different place. Okay, so just do it. Just do it. Pendulum is not equivocating, right? Woo! All right, Sarah Beek, hold on. I'm right at the beginning flirtation of a possible relationship. Isn't that yummy? Is it a good thing? That's my favorite part of a relationship. It's so yummy. It's like having dessert before your meal. All right, Sarah, let's see what's going on here. Well, this is opening up all kinds of energies for you, isn't it? If you believe. If you believe, Sarah. You can have what you desire, but you must believe that it can be so. Spirit's talking about, like, it's one of the energy feels like, okay, I've been through this before. I need to watch my expectations. Like, are you having the hesitation thing going on a little bit? Just lean in and enjoy it. Every relationship is different. That's what I'm getting for you. Just rest in that and enjoy it. the chemicals and hormones in your body that get released when you're in that first phase of a relationship, when it's just like juice your entire system. They really are kind of a fountain of youth. People who have found a way to keep that flame alive and stay in that kind of flirtatious, open, passionate place extend their lifespan. They tend to be healthier. They have better outcomes when they do experience health challenges. So I would say move into it with some optimism. And what I always say is this, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to look back and think, I should have gone into that with an open heart. Instead, I was like, well, what if this and what if that? You know what I mean? Like, now you're hearing that from me. I run headfirst into fucking everything. I do. I do. I run headfirst into everything. Like a little kid. Like, woo! And then, you know, sometimes it doesn't work out. But I think that's better than being too cautious and not, you know? Yeah. All right, Leslie Furchow. How are you today, Leslie? Let's see what the cards have to say for you, Leslie. I'm going to take this card out of the deck. It's so crazy. I mean, again, I love it. Are you guys doing some magic behind the scenes that I'm not aware of? Or maybe we're seeing the payoff of all of our 5-5 stuff that we did together? That's a lot of abundance energy in the field. But the spirit guides are saying it's happening for you, Leslie. Answers to prayers. What did you set an intention for? Some part of that is in motion right now. We're talking about faith. What to do when you lose your faith, you know? And the universe, it feels like the universe is giving you some concrete things to show you, like signs, right, that your faith is well placed. But yeah, isn't that crazy? It's like, how many times today is that now for the abundance card? I'm not taking it out of the deck. You are seeing me put it back in the deck. Isn't that cool? Jess is saying she's had a lot of abundance lately and she feels so blessed. Isn't it? It's kind of an amazing thing. And once you get into that flow state, it's easy to stay there. It really is, but you got to get into it first, which can be very challenging. Hold on, Circe. If Spirit leads you, I'd love to know if the business I'm involved in launching will receive the call we're hoping for soon, please and thank you. Let me ask the pendulum. I'm getting a yes. If there are any delays, don't be discouraged, because there's a lot of open energy around it. So it's like a yes, but there could be a thing. Like they call, but then there's a delay on something. But don't be discouraged by that. It's not anything related to you, is what I feel. Right, Ting? Like, let's open that portal up wide. Have you had good luck this week too, Samantha? That makes me so happy. You know my greatest wish. I mean, I'm very maternal in that way, but all I ever want is for you guys to see everything that you want come to pass, you know? And so then I get emotional thinking about that, but I really do. So when I see things starting to pop for you, I get all excited because and it's contagious. So where most people get jealous when people in their life start having really good things happen to them, a lot of people, it's weird. You may not have had this experience. I've had it though, where people get jealous. But what people don't realize is good news is contagious. It's a vibration. So you actually want to be around people as much as you possibly can who are successful and manifesting and healthy and radiant, because those vibrations are sticky. And so you can get into their field and start to enjoy the same energy. But if you push it away and you're jealous and you resist and stuff, that actually keeps you from getting into the flow. So super, super great. I'm addicted to watching other people fly. Because it's a buzz. You get a serious, if you switch your mindset, you'll get a huge buzz off of watching people fly. You really will. Okay, Misty Radford, never had a reading. I'm having my gallbladder removed Friday, which is no joke, but it can go beautifully and smoothly, and I'll set that intention for you. My birthday's July 10th. Okay, so Misty, let's see what's going on with you. What's coming up around you. Another repeat card that I really, really love. Focus. That's what the guides are saying. Because as you focus, so you flow, right? I mean, once you know the way, you know the why, right? And you know the how. And once you know the why, you know the way. It's all very true. One step follows the next, right? But you have to take a step first. So what my guides are saying is focus entirely on the best possible outcome for your surgery. Everything will be fine. I have a very good feeling around it, so I want to share that with you and then encourage you to stay in that vibration too. July feels very calm where you are. I don't sense that you're traveling. I don't sense that you're running around doing very much. This birthday is about reflection, they're saying, and integration of what you've learned this year, this past year of your life. There's been a lot that's happened this year, the guides are saying. This next year is going to be a little bit calmer around you. And once you're healed up and you're feeling great again, I think that there's going to be some really exciting moments in this year ahead for you too. But it comes down to focus. They keep saying focus. Tell her focus. What is that? Are you like me where it's hard for you to focus? Focusing is not my superpower. It's not. I do it when I have to. I don't enjoy it. But the guys are saying your focus is very important. It's like a laser. You know, it's like a magnifying glass. So wherever you put your focus this year, you're gonna grow whatever you're focusing on. Make sure you're growing what you want to be growing. Very important. Okay, where am I going? All right, Allison. Hold on. Where'd you go? There you are, Allison. She said, I would love an angel card. I'm having a shadow moment. Are you really? Shadow moments can be fun, though. Depends on what kind of shadow moment you're having, Allison. Allison. Let's see what's coming up for you. What's your gut? Listen to your intuition. It says, your intuition is completely reliable and accurate at this time. Have faith in your feelings about what you're experiencing. Your insights into other people and their motives are accurate. And there's no need to question what you believe to be true. That's an interesting question or card for you. But what I'm hearing from spirit guides is like a little bit of a but. At the same time that all of that is true, don't read too much into things. Are you in your head right now? That's kind of what they're talking about. Get into your body is what I'm hearing from your spirit guides. You can do that a bunch of different ways. You can masturbate and have an orgasm. You can go run around the block. You can do any kind of exercise helps you get in your body. You can turn on some music and dance for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Eating gets you in your body too, but I find that movement is more powerful for, or orgasms for running energy through the body. But the pendulum is like, you need to get in your body, and that's going to help you move through the energy of this moment. And anytime anybody's overwhelmed, that's good wisdom. You know what I mean? Because usually when people are feeling a lot of energy, whatever it is, if you ask them, do you feel grounded? Do you feel like you're in your body right now? They'll usually say no. And it's like, okay, so how do we have to be in this thing to be able to do this thing, right? We can't be in our head or in our, upper chakras and live a human life well. It just, those two things don't go well together. You're welcome. And I feel, honestly, Allison, I feel like, I hope that was helpful for you, but I also feel like that may have been for other people too. It's almost like you were here and you mentioned that because somebody else needed to hear kind of a very similar message today. See, Cecilia's toys are charged. You must always keep your toys charged. My toys have like 6 different chargers. It's shitty. Every time I buy a new one, because I do collect these things, every time I buy a new one, it has a different charger. I'm like, really? Can they just not have one? I'm going to make my own line of toys that has one universal charger, because when you've got 6 of these things plugged up, it doesn't look good. All right, Yvette Price. Hi, Yvette. What do I need to know from my guides? It's my favorite question. What do I need to know that I don't know today? Yvette. Well, there's a card. Let me see what the book says. No is not my favorite word. Such a Leo. Gather additional information and ask other questions surrounding this issue and draw another card. So let me pull a secondary card for you. We gotta know. Your guides are saying not yet. Here's the opposite message. This is what I'm getting for you. You're ready, but not yet. That's what I hear from your spirit guides. Something's not ready. You're ready, but something is not. Or someone is not. And Spirit's not going to move you till it's all accurate, till it's all lined up. So what needs to be brought into alignment is a good question for you to sit with today. That made me laugh. Okay, well that's good. Cecilia, you can share that in our Facebook group and then we'll all go buy it on Amazon and okay. Terry Calares. Hi Terry. That's your first reading today too. It's so fun. I love that, and I hope these are helpful for you guys. Terry. Ask your angels. You're in a learning phase, this is what they're saying, in a wisdom gathering phase. We all go through these phases in life where at some points we're gathering wisdom, at other points we're sharing wisdom, you know what I mean? You're in a wisdom gathering phase is what they're talking about. And you will be for the next 6 to July, August, September, October. Next 6 to 16 months, because they're showing me October 10/22. But then after that, I feel like you're going to be writing or speaking. You may be already doing that, but it's going to be different and a little bit bigger. Are you doing coaching? What does that look like for you? Is that what you want to be doing? But there's something. It's like you're putting pieces of a puzzle together. I don't know what that looks like for you. You're wisdom gathering right now, which is good. And then you'll figure out your take or your perspective or your angle, kind of. Okay, let me see. You're so welcome, you guys. It's great to be with you. Where am I going? Mackenzie Arts. Tomorrow's our 21 wedding anniversary, 24 and a half together. I'd love some wisdom from the guides. Is there something that I missed or need to hear from my marriage? Well, happy anniversary to you. Let me see what the cards say. Mackenzie. I'm telling you, it's like back to back sometimes. It's so interesting to me. Ask your angels. If you could wave a magic wand and shift something in your marriage, what would it be? Sometimes it's nice to have someone else ask you that, because you may not on your own go, if I could wave a magic wand, what would I change? But when I say it to you, and I'm asking you that because I feel like you can do that right now. You could manifest. There is a shift or a change you'd like to create. And it would make you happier, the spirit guides are saying. And it's possible. So how do you want to manifest that? What would that look like? It's something you've thought about, the guides are saying. And I actually think whatever this is, the energy of it might make both of you, what might be really good for both of you. There is something, and you could shift it. What would it be? Okay. Let me go back up. There was someone Spirit wanted me to read for, and I can't find you now, so I will look and see what I can do. Oh, no way. I love that, Lizzie. Thank you for that. I'll try to find you. Marie DePaolo, I need advice going for my first vaccine. My daughter and her boyfriend are against, don't want anything to do with people they know are vaccinated. That's a tough one, I actually am not a pro-vaccine person. My kids had theirs way spread out, and I did it literally one at a time. But in this case, I didn't really have much of a choice because I have to protect my daughter. So, because kids with her kind of situation don't have good experiences with the virus. So it's tough because for me, it wasn't like I had a whole lot of a choice. But let me see what the cards have to say for you, Marie, because it's tough. I can see people on both sides. Like I can really hold space for both perspectives. I know a lot of people can't, but I understand both sides. Marie. Isn't this an interesting card? Maybe, get more information, either to satisfy yourself or to satisfy them. It's such a personal decision that, I think each person has to just do what's right for them. And people around me are split 50-50 too. Not in my family, but, in the world. So just stand in what you know was right for you without, judging anyone, but also without taking on other people's energy or judgments, Just stand firm, in what you're doing. That's what I'm feeling for you too. Yeah. It's tough, This is a tough one. When people ask me what I think they should do, I'm always like, I can't tell you because you're not in the same weird situation that I am, Would never make that decision for people. It's true. Well, people have strong opinions, and people are all about sharing their strong opinions these days. Like with a bullhorn, so sometimes, in some cases, the most important thing you can do is just trust in your own wisdom and then just get thicker skin, you know what I mean, where Teflon coat yourself so it just kind of rolls off. Let's see. Katrina McNulty says, I'm waiting to close on my house in Maine. God, that must be beautiful. I love Maine. And deciding if I should move to Maine full time. Let's see what the pendulum says, Katrina. It says yes, and my spirit guides are like, she wants to. You want to, don't you? So, I get maybe a different question is, what's holding you back? Are you afraid you're going to miss something? What is it? Because I feel like you want to, and the pendulum's like, yeah. Spirit guides are saying, like, let me put this in a different way. What decision would you make if you knew it would work out well? What decision would you make? If you knew it was going to be okay. So hold the question I'm asking you then, Katrina. If you knew it was going to be good, that it would work out well, what would you do? I think that's going to nudge you closer to your gut, right? Because a lot of times the fear is the what if stuff on the negative side. Well, what if shit goes to hell in a handbasket? What if I hate it? What if it hates me? What if, the sky falls or whatever? But we don't play the good what if game. What if it's awesome? What if this is like the start of a whole new chapter of your freaking life where you're just like, can't wait to get up in the morning and it totally shifts your creative paradigm? Like, what if that happens, right? Yeah. Okay, so Katrina, you have your answer. And the pendulum said yes. And then I'll come and visit you. I won't overstay my welcome, but you can just put a couple of nice pillows on the couch and I'll be good. Let's see. Christiana N. Athena. I feel I have come so far. I would like to know what the guys have to say. Aren't you beautiful? You have come so far. All of you have. I hope you can see in you what I see in you and what Alexa sees in you. I hope you can see it. Because from our perspective, it's like in just 6 months, the kind of mindset shifting and just the trust that I see you guys, expressing through your actions and through your intention and through your process. It's really remarkable. It really, really is. So let's see. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, Christiana. There's still a little bit of work to be done there, you guys are saying. Is it forgiveness of you? Sometimes it's our own self. It says, this card can refer to a need for self-forgiveness. It's time to let go of any guilt you're holding on to regarding any mistakes you feel you've made. Give yourself credit for having tried your best, even if the results were not what you would have liked. Focus on the changes you've made since then, which have made you a stronger, better person. Isn't that true? All right, so Christiana, where in your heart is there still a place that needs your own softness, your own forgiveness? And what can you do today to begin the process of making that right? That's a big one. I mean, I have parts in myself where I still need more of my own tenderness, I think that's a work in progress for me. I don't know if you guys feel like you've mastered that. But I still have work to do on that front, right? Okay. Let's see. Oh, thank you for that, Stacy. And I see you. You exhaled. You did it. I'm so proud of you. It's really cool. All right, Sherry Herring. She said, I would love a reading, please. I could use a little bit of spiritual guidance. Let's see what's coming up for you, Sherry. It's another one of those redundant cards. It's been abundance, if you believe, and get more information. So this is coming up for you too. They're talking about downloads. This feels like spiritual information that you need to access. Or there's so many ways to do that. Meditation is a great way to do that. Plant medicine, if you have access to it, it's a great way to do that. Time in nature, for me, does it. When all else fails, a little time in nature, without any interruptions or expectations, even 10-15 minutes can plug me back in. But there is some wisdom that wants to come through to you, but it needs a little time. It's like a little breathing room. Is it busy around you right now? It feels busy. There's just a lot of energy around you. So you need to, create space, Mm-hmm. And I know it's hard because, I mean, in my life, space is a premium. It's very hard to get time by myself. In fact, my kids have been home for, a year and a half, so I haven't really been alone for more than an hour here or there in these 16 months. So, okay, let's see. Okay, Christina G. Hi, Christina. Let's see what's coming up for you today. She said, I need to reconnect with it more. She likes this deck. So let's see. Christina. Ask for help from others. I'm not good at this. Ask for help from others. They're talking about your generosity and how it's time for some of that to come back into you. Mm-hmm. Creating space to receive. Even if you don't feel like you need it. Because I'll always be like, I'm fine, I've got it. And it's like, I'm not really fine, I don't really got it, sometimes. So, where in your life can you receive a little bit more right now? Mm-hmm. That feels good for a lot of us too. All right, Desiree Gutierrez said, I would love a birthday reading to know what the guides want me to know in the coming year. And she hasn't had a card reading either. Look at that. Happy birthday, Desiree. So what do they want you to know for this new big bright year ahead of you? Desiree. Could get steamy. Romance. They're talking about deeper love, and they're talking about, they're also talking about you, like this is partly outside of you and it's partly inside of you too. It's like kind of like the work that we're doing next month around the alchemical marriage. It's reintegrating your masculine and your feminine this year. Has that been something you've been thinking about? The guys are saying you know what this is about. When we become conscious of the fact that we hold that duality, we then become responsible for how we work that duality. You know what I mean? We become responsible for being aware. Like, oh, I'm so in my feminine right now, I need to activate more of my masculine to come into balance. Or I'm so in my masculine, I need to activate more of the feminine to come into balance. And so that's part of this year's cycle for you, is like figuring out what that cadence looks like, right? What that rhythm looks like for you. Because you've been a little out of balance this year is what they're saying. And, don't be hard on yourself, because most of us are out of balance most of the time. Thank you for that. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to do one more individual, and then I'm going to do the collective. You ready for that? All right, Stacy, well, let's do it. Stacy Keister's here, and she's down for a reading. Let's do it. Stacy. The word manifestation keeps coming, and then this is the card, which of course you're after the last card that had this card, because we keep pulling tandem cards. This is the romance card. They want me to look at the book for you. Okay. If you have questions about your relationship or a current relationship, you can expect parties to become closer to each other. This card indicates an upward movement to a new level of dedication and intimacy in your life. And this could take different forms. So what are you manifesting right now? This is a cycle of manifestation they're talking about. It's interesting. I feel like a lot of you are coming into these cycles of breathing life into what you want, which makes sense, right? I mean, the whole goal of alchemy really is to break everything down so that we can put it back together with more intention into a new form that serves a higher vibration. So But this definitely feels like relationship, and taking relationship to the next level, and really focusing on what you want to experience romantically in a relationship. What would that look like? Have you written it all down? That feels important. And lots of detail. The more detail, the better when you're, putting these thoughts to paper. It's like the details are where the magic lives. I don't know. My medicine journey is whenever I decide I want it to be. I was kind of thinking this weekend, but it's just been so busy. So maybe next weekend might be it. Okay, are you ready for our collective card? This is a card to guide all of us through our third week in June. So if you're here, this is for you. Even if I already read for you, this is for you. And if I didn't read for you, this is for you. It's for me too. And so this is for Soul Shift, Soul Shift, Soul Shift, for the collective, collective, collective. So good, right? Oh, thank you for that, Pamela. I appreciate it. I don't think you have to tell us twice. You know what I mean? I'm always looking for a sign. Because the universe is one big throbbing sign. You know what I mean? It's us not paying attention, but when we pay attention, we're like, oh my God, it was there all along. Your angels have a very special and specific answer to your question. You can expect to see signs right away that will have deep meaning to you. Signs require focused attention. So be awake to the possibilities. Don't mistake synchronistic events for mere coincidences at this time. They are a message designed for you. I think that's true. I think for those of us who are, we're at a fork in the road, cosmically, I think, as a human species. And I think we have a choice to make. I think we're either going to choose faith and magic, or we're going to choose struggle and hardship. It's like both of those frequencies are around. And so if you choose magic, I think magic reveals itself to you. And I think if you choose challenge and hardship, I think more of that reveals itself to you. And I'm going to say something personally. That's what is coming from Spirit. I don't think people choose challenges, but I think people focus on challenges. And when you focus on something, you choose it. Do you know what I mean? So when I say choose challenge, I'm not saying, Janine chooses challenge, right? I don't think Janine, I'm using you as an example, Janine Gibbons, but, Athena chooses challenge. It's like, no, I don't choose challenge. But if I focus on what's challenging me for most of my days, all the universe sees is that's the frequency I'm aligning to. And so it just delivers more of that. So I think it becomes a choice of where are we going to place the focus? How are you gathering information in your life? Who are you gathering information from? What words are you choosing to recognize as true? What voices are you privileging in your life? I think those are all important questions right now. So if you make choices with your focus, with your attention, then it just becomes a matter of changing your attention. I believe these things to be true. I really do. You're really welcome. I'm glad you were here. And so Misty's going to keep us up to date on her surgery. And just know that we'll be holding the space and thinking about you. It'll be fine. And I'm glad you're not having the surgery on Thursday. It's better not to have surgery on a full moon. So it'll be starting to wane, which is excellent timing for you. You're very welcome. Yeah. Focus on, even the biggest problems in life present opportunities. MS created Sage Goddess. I wouldn't be sitting here if I hadn't been diagnosed with MS. I had already, conceived of the idea, but I had no courage to do it until that happened. And then I was like, fuck it, man. I'm going to do everything I want to do. But that courage came at a price. I didn't have that courage without it. I wish I had, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't. So every challenge in your life has another side of that coin that you can look and say, well, do I wish that it happened? No, but it did, and then look what happened as a result of it, right? So you're in surgery too next week. I'll be holding space for you as well. Yeah, but may the highest good unfold for all of you, truly, in perfect time. Aho. It's okay to get a vaccine on the full moon. You don't want to open skin on a full moon, like surgery, because you have more blood in your body at that time. Is my experience. So it's best not to have a surgical procedure if you can avoid it on the full moon. Before, after is okay. So, but vaccine, I don't think it's going to affect you one way or the other. You should be fine. All right, you guys. So I'll see you in 40 minutes for session 3. We're going to have a beautiful journey tonight. I cannot wait to have you with me for that time. So go get some tea or do what you need